Hi Virgo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 14th, 2022 full moon reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Libra. Let's see the energy that we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the Six of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. During this moon, which is really funny because this moon is in Sagittarius, right? Our sun is in Gemini. This is a time where our dreams become more real than our reality. And because this is a supermoon, everything is amplified. So here, it's a sense of things need to be in balance, right? The Six of Pentacles is my minor arcana Libra card. So it's interesting. There's a sense of you're a bit out of balance right now. And it can be because dreams mean more to us than reality at this very moment. And dreams are more real to us than reality at this moment. But there's also a sense of there needs to be a balance. There needs to be a give and there needs to be a take. Now with the sun in Gemini and the moon in Sagittarius, these are sister signs. So there can be a sense here where either it's all perfect, or it's all catastrophic, right? It depends on the way the sisters get together or the way that we're connecting with that energy, just as sisters can be in real life. So here, there is this intensity for balance and this need for balance. And also, understand that during this time, because dreams are so important to us, we can be easily swayed by media, social media, whatever sort of media we're engaging in. That can become, again, much more prevalent than the reality around us. Mercury is also entering into Gemini, and at this time, it makes it so that communication and travel is greatly important to us. It's so important to us. Even just the idea of traveling, the dream of going somewhere, or the idea that we have these conversations in our heads before we talk to the person. That's going to be really important, but what we need to be mindful of is we need things to be balanced. And it's going to be hard for us during this time to have that balance. It moves us to our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, which is divine wisdom. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. We're going to know things. We're going to have knowledge coming in that we're like, I don't know how I know this. I don't know where this came from, or I don't know where this idea came from. I just need to follow it. And that's going to be very much given to us by the soul star chakra. Now, let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels, let me do this over here. There we go. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels, goodness, and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay, so let's turn everything over at once. So where we are right now is that we're at a place where we need to step out of our comfort zone. And this is going to be a time where it's really important for us to step out of our comfort zone, to look at new things, to take these bigger steps, or to, kind of push ourselves a little bit and say, well, what about this? And what about that? And look at this and look at that. And again, it's going to be stepping out of our comfort zone, but it's going to be really important to us. Now, what we are having trouble with, okay, our challenge here is attraction. What are we attracting to ourselves and why? What are we focusing on and why? I see us as right now being just like a little, I see things that's being scattered. And it's just kind of like somebody, I don't know why, it's like dropped a whole bunch of marbles or sprinkles or something like that on the floor. And it's like, ugh, now I have to pick this all up. And so here with attraction, it's like, what am I attracting and why is that happening? So it can be what happened that made it so that I had to drop all of this right now. And so that I was more present in this moment than I was before. So just being aware of that, the attraction is going to be hard for us to stay on course, to really stay mindfully engaged in something. It moves us to what we're focusing on. And this is the answers you need are coming. We're really focusing on, first of all, the sun in Gemini is going to be a fantastic lure for us. But also we're really focusing on that the answers are coming. And we're trying to work it out. We have to know that the answers are coming. They'll come in their own time. We're trying to force it. So just be aware of this. Now, our past is all about our will. Do we have the will to do something? Or is our will stronger than the way divinity wants us to be moving forward? So the question here from the moon is, what will we do? How will we react to things? And this is all in the past. So up until the time we watch this reading, right, it's like, what will go on? And we have to know that our will plays a tremendous part in things. We can be feeling helpless in certain situations, but we have a tremendously powerful will. Be aware of that. It moves us then to our strength. And it's that a fiery climax is approaching. It's that we are fiery and we are determined and we are focused and we are intense. And that is our strength during this time. It brings us then to our near future, which says realization. We are realizing that we are the key to a lot more than what we thought. We kind of thought ourselves as non-important. You see the person right here as she walks through that keyhole. It's like, okay, the keyhole is so big and the key, us, is so small that it can feel incongruous. It can just not feel right. And yet it is. So be aware of this. Be aware as we're walking forward, as we're moving towards our goals and towards ourselves. It's like we are the key. And we hold that key to us. It brings us then to our approach to the situation this time, which is bring love to the situation. Bring your heart to it. Bring love into the situation. Bring love into you. And it brings us then to what we need to know. And we need to know that we're taking things so seriously that right now we're having a hard time calling pleasure in, calling beauty and connection in. It's like we're so overwhelmed. We're so overburdened that it becomes too intense. So just be aware of this, that pleasure, the joy of the day-to-day becomes something that we're a bit out of touch with. We're not connecting with well. It brings us to our hopes and our fears, and that's a new start is coming. We hope that a new start is coming. And this is the new moon, which is on the, I don't know if it's the 29th or 26th, it's 20-something of June. But we hope that a new start is coming. We fear it too. It's like, oh my gosh, then what do I do? How do I handle this? And our potential future is resilience. Is that even when we try to stop ourselves or the world seems to try and stop us, we are resilient. We still grow. We still grow. We still move. We still achieve what we need and what we want. And that becomes an extraordinary thing that we will not be crushed. We will not be held back. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Okay, so let's see. Turn everything over all at once. So where we are now is the Wheel of Fortune. We're at this place of change. Things are not staying the same, and that's why the moon is telling us, step out of your comfort zone. It's not going to be the same as it was before. Step out of your comfort zone. Everything is changing. You're entering into a new season of you, or it's just a new time. New ideas are coming in, new responsibilities are coming forward. It's a time of change. It brings us to our attraction. Now, it's so, or a challenge, it's attraction. But it's so interesting because it's the Ace of Wands. We have the full moon, the supermoon, right? The super full moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is represented by the wands in the minor arcana. Here we have the Ace of Wands, God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift. What are we attracting to ourselves? What is that gift? What is that passion? What is that spark that is being ignited within us? It moves us then to what we're focusing on. And it brings us to the Nine of Wands. We're focusing on the answers you need are coming, yes. But we're also really focusing on is that I don't want to listen to everybody else. There can be, okay, that's interesting, because Spirit is showing here that there can be people who are giving us really good advice, but we're not going to listen. We kind of need to do this the hard way, and I don't know why exactly that is. So if we could kind of stop ourselves and listen and connect, that would be really important. That would be really beneficial to us during this time. But what we also need to do is realize, yeah, everybody has their path that they walked. We also need to walk ours. But I'm just hearing here, like, instead of not listening to everybody, I'm hearing, listen, because you're getting really good advice. And it can be that you're getting really good advice from one person and everybody else is giving you crummy advice, but listen, really good advice is being offered to you. And it's going to be the one that you want to kind of tune out and say, oh my God, what do you know? They know a lot. They really know a lot. It moves us to our past, which is the Three of Pentacles. We're not in this alone. We've never been in this alone. We can feel like sometimes we're all by ourselves, but there are people around us. Will we connect with that? Will we listen to that? Will we understand where they're coming from? Who knows? That is our journey, and that's on the road. But here, the Three of Pentacles, it's like you're not in this alone. It moves us then to our strength, which is the Page of Swords. This is us. The Page of Swords is us. We're represented by the swords in the minor arcana. We have a fiery climax that's approaching, but we also have us taking in, learning ideas, drifting us to new places. And it's funny here because we want to step into our dreams, and yet we're going to be hesitant. It's like, well, they have to be real, right? They have to all be factual. I have to be able to prove everything. I can't just step into something that's completely whimsical. And yet there's a huge part of us that just wants to step into something completely whimsical. So just know you're going to have that bit of a battle, Libra, during this time. And there's a sense here of, I need to move forward. I need to see what I want. I need to question and look and seek and let myself almost be childlike in certain things. It brings us to our near future, which, as we realize that we are the key, we have the Nine of Pentacles. And Nine of Pentacles is happiness and success and prosperity and savoring the moment. So our future is bright. It really is. It's like, savor this moment, embrace this journey, or embrace this success. It brings us to our approach to the situation. We're going to be very methodical. Now, there's something that we're really working on here. We could be in classes. We could be, working really hard on things. And it says, bring love into the situation as you're working, as you're seeing. Because this moon is going to help bring our reality and our dreams together. So we're really going to see ourselves moving forward and having these connections, putting these connections together that we just hadn't seen before. And it's like, oh my goodness, why didn't I see that earlier? It moves us to our, what we need to know, okay? And it says here, death and release. Because we need to know that the pleasure, it just like isn't there. The joy, it's kind of fading away. We need to release. We need to be reborn. We need to connect. Even if we're doing the same thing we were doing before, there's just going to be a vibrance back to us. Whereas before, like, the light had dimmed, we didn't feel as connected, as alive, as brilliant, as purposeful, as powerful as we did before. But now, with the Death card, which is also Scorpio energy, what we need to know is that we are being reborn, and that the pleasure is coming back. Our hopes and our fears, we fear that we're being lied to. We fear sneakiness happening behind our back. And yet, we know a new start is coming. And it's kind of like, I want to move away from the lie. I want to move away from the lie and into a new reality, a new purpose, a new way forward for me. It brings us then to our potential future, which is resilience, and the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. But as we turn inward, we find that we are more resilient than we had thought. We find that we have grown when at times people had tried to stop us, or even we had tried to stop us. We are going to start to see ourselves with more of an acknowledgement of what we wanted and where we're going, of who we are and where we want to be. And it's very quiet. It's a very quiet kind of like revolution that's going on inside of us. It says, but this is me. And I stand in me. All my faces, all my changes, everything I was and everything that I am. I stand with me. And we're going to find that, yeah, we might be a little bit more reserved, a little bit more quiet, but we're also going to be much more in tune with what we want and where we're going. Now, our subconscious Luna message is purity. An end of a tough cycle approaches. We're seeing things much more purely, much more honestly. It's like when snow has fallen and the whole world is quiet and just draped in this whiteness and this like pristine beauty. And the birds then start to sing and their songs echo off the snow. And it says the end of a tough cycle is approaching. It's within this quiet, it's within this, serene moment that we start to realize, oh wow, that part of my life that had taken so much and demanded so much. We might have, life taking from us as it always does and demanding from us as it always does. But that part of our life that was so difficult to balance, it's not who I am anymore. Or it's not where I am anymore either. Our subconscious tarot message is the Seven of Cups. We have choices to make. Subconsciously, we're making very big choices. And as we make those choices, we're turning things around. It's like, oh, that's where I need to be. Oh, that's what I've been dreaming of. We also need to choose what dreams we're going to be focusing on now so that we don't spread ourselves so thin that we just crack. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the King of Swords. This is us. We are again represented by the swords in the Minor Arcana. And with the King, he's the highest of the court cards, right? Within the swords, there is this sense of we can become too rigid. We can also listen to people really intensely who just have a rigidity to them. This is the way it's going to be. This is the way it has to be. Back it up always with logic and facts, and nothing can be, kind of out there or questionable. We need the questions. We need the out there. We need the mystery. We just do, Libra. It's important to us. So don't get too stiff or listen to the stiffness and try to take all the whimsy, all the beauty out of life. It moves us to our subconscious chakra energy, which is the inner child. And this is the heart chakra. I'm embracing my inner child. I'm embracing what I love and what I want and what I need. And as we do so, we embrace who we once were. Even if we're very different from that child we were to the adult we are now. I love to do the exercise of our inner child, visualizing ourselves, standing with our arms wide open, and our inner child running into those arms, and telling that child, I love you, you're safe, you're taken care of, I will always be here for you. Because there's just going to be such a peace to that, Libra. It's so needed. All right, Libra. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this moon and of ourselves. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Libra, and may you have a blessed moon.